Alright, Dry Drowning. Okay, here's the thing, Keith. I played this game before, but it was 2 years ago. I beat it, and I don't remember anything about it. I don't
That's a strong
remember.
start.
I don't remember shit about this game. So let's start.
I don't think I've heard of this one.
It's like a visual novel detective thing. Come on, be honest. What are you really afraid of?
Yeah, you didn't embody the leather shaking there.
You're right. Loneliness. Or maybe death? No. What you truly fear is being forgotten. Living the mediocre life of a loser. This game's about me. How would I know? Well, that's because you and I are more similar than you'd like to admit. The shaking letters is fucking me up. I can't fucking read this.
It actually makes it pretty hard to read.
And that's why I know exactly how to make you suffer. Thanks to me, you will learn that every happy ending is a lie. Alright,
I don't know how you forgot this game.
dude, I know there's like animal faces and it's about lying and stuff. City of Nova Polmos on a rainy winter.
Polemos.
Say that again?
Polemos.
Polemos. Okay. Our name is Mordred. I didn't even remember that. That is a name. How could I forget that name? 2 years.
I've seen that name pop up a lot in games lately.
Really?
With variations of it.
It's a good name. It's been 2 damn years. I can't quite believe I'll be able to go back and live a normal life. It could be such a nice day if it wasn't for this stupid rain. Hera's already home. Foley Investigations. Oh, I thought we were a cop. I remembered us being a cop. I guess we're a private investigator or something. I better not disturb her. She hates being interrupted while she's playing. I'll just smoke a cigarette and tell her the good news as soon as she's done. Damn it, I'm fresh out, but I should have a pack somewhere in my office. To explore the current location, select investigate from the Aqua OS menu in the upper left corner. What the
Fancy.
It is fancy. Well, I like the sounds when you... That's cool. Inventory.
That's extra fancy.
We own nothing. Oh. We are 45. Mordred Foley. Innocence is a matter of perspective. Mordred Foley describes himself as a selfish man, completely dedicated to his job. His social life is basically non-existent, and he tends to manipulate the people around him. Okay. He was born to a middle-class family, which he left at 18 to enroll in the chemistry faculty of the university. Due to his bad results, though, he quit after 3 years and started working as a police officer until the age of 35, when he founded his own agency, Foley Investigations. The agency fell under the spotlight when he sent two of the most dangerous serial killers ever, Jennifer Kingston and Robert Harrington, to the electric chair. What the hell? However, after the execution, he underwent an investigation for falsifying evidence presented during the case, which completely destroyed his reputation. On the 24th of February 2066, he was acquitted of all charges due to lack of evidence, although the media and relatives of the victims are still convinced of his guilt. Alright, so he killed 2 people, and he falsified evidence to do that. That's We're playing a real stand-up character here. Keith.
Allegedly.
You're right, allegedly. Lack of evidence. Hera, 35, 10-year age difference. I'd rather burn into the flames of regret than live a mediocre life. Sweet, kind, and somewhat insecure, Hera has undergone a lot of psychological changes following the traumas caused by Jennifer Kingston and Robert Harrington case. Unlike her colleague Mordred Foley, Hera is extremely empathic and vulnerable, and tends to be easily deceived despite her remarkable intelligence. Well, so we're just taking advantage of this sweet, sweet girl as this unbelievably sociopathic detective. She immigrated from
Allegedly.
Greece. Allegedly. She immigrated from Greece, her native country, to Nova... Say it, Keith. Polmos?
I'm just listening. I'm not.
At the age of 5, right before closing of the borders. Right, Trump's in charge. Which caused the death of thousands of refugees. She started working right from her childhood in order to attend law school, where she graduated with full marks, the honors at the age of 25. That's insane. Her relationship with the Mordred is romantic, professional, is completely unknown, as well as her involvement in the cases handled by Foley Investigations, courageous passions for Greek literature, and playing the piano. We can hear that. We have a map. I bet we're gonna quick travel. Ghosts of the past. We have all the dialogue we went through. Finally, Freems and Yokjas, Hedra and Moy, we go back to being detectives. However, the ghosts of the past are coming to knock at their door. And the settings menu. Alright. In 2017, the Canberries, still the richest and most influent family on the planet, founded Nova Polmos. I'm going to say Polmos. In a deserted area of Northern Europe. A deserted area of Northern Europe, what? Built as a symbol of independence and conceived as an alternative for those who were wondering. After 10 years, it was boasting more than 1 million people, as well as an extremely high economic and social growth rate. Today, the city is considered an actual country in the international scene, completely independent of all groups and organizations. What? We're living in like a city-state?
It's gonna be one of those, you know, City of London inside London thing.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I already went through biographies. Oh, the tabs are all up here. Okay, never mind. Speak and invest. I want to investigate immediately. Select the area you want to inspect and receive information about potential evidence, clues essential for solving the case. Alright. Cigarettes are probably in the drawer. My trusty drawer where I hide our most treasured things. You have attained a pack of 20 cigarettes. Show.
Treasured cigarettes.
Oh. Since the United Nations approved the Anti-Tobacco Act in 2048, cigarette packets have no brand and show grotesque graphics depicting smoking consequences on health. They already do that in most countries.
Yeah.
What was that?
About like 3 decades too late on that one.
Yeah, exactly. They're like...
Maybe 4 decades.
Australia does that. A lot of people in Europe do that. Only those with a death wish could be attracted by them. Well, we're sociopaths, so we don't care about our health or the health of people around us. Here they are, my babies.
2048, I'm sure they cured cancer.
They're probably healthy cigarettes by now. To examine and use items you collected or just selected. Oh yeah, okay, inventory. I want to investigate more though.
They haven't been able to afford full color. Just a bunch of red and black and white.
It's just very, very red in this room. Technology has come a long way, but I try not to use these damn things as little as possible. It's like a tablet. Files about the case leading to all our legal problems. This thingy is one of Hera's presents. When she gave me, she just said, this is dog, it's so cute. An old picture of an opening of our agency about 10 years ago.
Shouldn't that one be in the treasure drawer, not cigarettes?
You'd figure, I guess, you know. Well, maybe it's better on the desk, I don't know. I don't know why the files of a case that's been plaguing them for the last 10 years are not, you know, hidden away somewhere. Hera's workstation very neat as expect from her. Not like us where we have just old files and random crap on our desk. Hera's favorite flowers, she's kind of obsessed with them. A pile of old newspapers, Hera keeps on saying that they might come in handy. Women, go figure them. Hera's filing cabinet, neat and tidy, unlike mine.
This guy's just gonna compare himself to other people the entire game.
He's really, really obsessed about himself and other people and how they.
Are we just gonna go strong with the unreliable narrator path?
I'm thinking
straight off.
He's kind of an asshole. I mean, his biography said he manipulates people. Hera's piano. It took her months to convince me to move it in here in the office. Our umbrella stand, at least 10 years old. Hera refuses to buy a new one. Why is the umbrella stand something I can look at? Hera's shadow. This represents exactly the current state of our relationship. Jesus Christ, this is so noir.
Well, it has to be a hell of a relationship if he's willing to move a piano.
I know, it took her a long time, but she got it there. Hera had this curtain installed when she started playing her piano in the office. She said I was making her feel uncomfortable. It's still here. Well, yeah, your desk is literally just facing her piano. It probably would be uncomfortable if you're just staring at her. My trusty chair where I've spent countless hours pretending to work. Alright, I'm done investigating. I've investigated.
What is that curtain even blocking besides the back of the piano? You still see a shadow there on the ground, so obviously not blocking her.
Maybe you could pull it, but for some reason she's not pulling it right now, even though we're in here, creepily just investigating while she's playing. All right,
yeah, the curtain makes a lot of sense now.
Can I use my cigarettes? Oh, I can. Is that you? Look at her eyes. She's so scared of us, dude. You should seriously stop playing sad piano songs. Our neighbors might end up killing themselves. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Mordred, if you're here, that means... Yeah. Even though everyone knew I was guilty, I've been acquitted for life. Oh, I just got out of jail. Literally just now. Funny how the law works, isn't it? So does that mean we're free now? Definitely free from justice, but not from the hatred of the relatives of Jesus and those I've sent to the electric chair. If anything, we can go back to work starting tomorrow. That is, assuming someone is crazy enough to hire a convicted felon like me. Will we ever put an end to this? Hera. What media and victims need is a scapegoat. You are free to leave if you want. It's me they want dead. I'm just as guilty as you are, and you know it. Running away would just delay the inevitable. We're both monsters. The only difference between us is that you're out in the open, and I'm out here playing my piano. Wrong. The only real difference between us is that you are a good-looking monster. Okay. Manipulation. Tisk, you idiot. Anyway, do whatever the hell you want, but don't say I didn't warn you. Mordred Foley, the true life of the party at all. He's not really the life of the party, he's kind of an asshole.
I mean, descriptions weren't wrong.
Yeah. I just wonder how much longer we could deal with all this pressure on us.
What pressure?
Yeah, I thought they got acquitted. Well, I guess media pressure.
What's this, 18 years later?
I totally understand the situation, madam. I wasn't actually paying attention. Sure, I'll be waiting for you here in my office. Of course, confidentiality is the motto of our agency, and faking evidence. What's up? You won't believe it. I think we got a new customer. She seems to be a big shot, and she's coming to our office right now. Well, that's great. Quick, tell me more before she gets here. Select Speak underneath the Aqua OS menu to start a conversation with the character in front of you. Alright. The panels that appear represent all the available conversational topics. The options marked with a red label are considered important and mandatory in order to advance the story. Select the conversation target to start the dialogue. Hera's decision, today's paper, the client. Keith, what should we do first?
Clearly, we're going to talk about today's paper.
Yeah, I think that's really what I was going to pick too. Have you read today's paper? No, is there anything interesting? I mean, besides the usual rubbish on immigration. Definitely. 4 days ago, while we were still in the courtroom, a body was found in Treasure Park. And they reported it... oh, I thought that was an A. Reported it just today. Good old censorship strikes again. At least they'll stop talking about us so that we can work in peace. Here, read the article when you have time. You have obtained murder at Treasure Park. Show. On the 22nd of February 2026, a tragic murder occurred in Treasury Park, whose culprit is still unknown. The diligent police force of our immortal city has already arrested a potential suspect. Thanks to the remarkable work of Lieutenant Freya Goldsoul. Freya Goldsoul. The name of the suspect and the murder dynamics are still undisclosed. Some rumors claim that a ritual murder was committed there, a murder with untold violence. Nevertheless, these rumors are considered unreliable by our police. Okay.
Rumors being considered unreliable. Who would have thought?
We got a check mark there. Let's do Hera's decision. So you decided to stay. Been through hell and back. The least I could do is stay here, tormenting you forever. Our next client will torment me enough. Well, speaking of that, the client. What do you know about this new client? She's the assistant of a politician, that's all she said. A politician? Since when do we accept these kind of jobs? At this point, I'd welcome the devil himself as a client. I have a bad feeling. You should know that our business is built on bad feelings. Looks like she's already here. Welcome to Welcome to Foley Investigations, milady. Hello, detective. Like I said on the phone, my name is Julia Ward.
Julie.
I have obtained Julie Ward. I've got her, Keith. She's in my inventory. She's 35, same age as Hera. Success is a matter of good taste. Smart and extremely ambitious. How do I know this about her? Julia Ward has managed to make a career out of her charisma and physical appearance, and she never misses a chance to brag about that. She is the advisor and personal assistant of Richard Baker, one of Nova Polmo's politicians. She has a murky history in the mob. Okay. But she successfully cleared her name without smearing her reputation. Alright.
Everyone, they haven't, an ID, number, name, whatever you want to call it.
I guess we just scan her, because this is the future. We see her boobs and we immediately scan them.
Let's talk about newspapers. This isn't the future.
Yeah, we have news. It's a little weird, isn't it? We saw pianos, we have newspapers, but we have an advanced Aqua OS system that I can't even see. I'm guessing it's in my head. And I'm Mr. Baker's personal assistant. I've obtained a business card.
Congrats on the promotion.
Oh yeah. Julia Ward. I keep saying Julia. Secretary. Julia Ward's business card. Member of the Black Bands. You can feel it. It's from someone important, from the quality and the style of it. Most members of the Black Bands are privileged snobs representing the good old days, which never actually happened. Can I just say, I have played through this game, the entirety of it, and I'm still not remembering any of this. I don't remember what the Black Bands are. I don't remember any of these characters. I didn't even remember that we had cigarettes.
How could you forget the most important part?
You'd Baker? You mean that Baker? Oh, here we go. I've obtained the black bands. Founded after the burst of the economic bubble in 2030. Oh, we have that to look forward to. The way things are going. And the consequent crisis. The only purpose of the party was to bring the city to its original splendor. By closing the borders and expelling all the immigrants that were considered useless. Their extremist and nostalgic ideas took hold of the people, who decided to vent their frustration by voting in the party en masse. Their victory marked the beginning of the most violent 3 years in the history of the city. The police slaughtered anyone who tried to cross the city borders and expelled more than 2,300 individuals and considered as socially invalid. For the first time in history, discrimination was not based on language, race, or culture, but merely on social value. Oh, that's 200,000. Okay, I thought I said 2,000. That is a lot of people.
It's not a small amount of people.
Yeah, they say this population of the city was 1 million, so if you expelled like a quarter of the city, that's a lot of damn people. Such a lovely place here. Burgundy floor perfectly matches with the antique furniture. What's missing is a floral sofa to complete this kitsch masterpiece. Excuse me. And who may I ask are you? This is Hera. She's my assistant, kind of. Yeah, nice to meet you, Miss Ward. Oh, I see. Are you trying to ignore me or something? Detective, can we discuss our business privately, please? Privately, what is that? What's wrong, madame, milady? What I'm about to disclose is strictly confidential, and I'd rather not have assistants around. If you don't mind, of course. Oh, not at all. I don't really care. I'll leave right away. Have a good evening, bitch.
As if he's just not gonna tell her everything.
Exactly. Hera. I think you owe me an explanation for this. Alright, now that I've taken off my glasses, shall we begin? Yeah, what's your problem with Hera? Let me make something clear, Mr. Foley. I didn't dismiss your assistant for racist reasons, but simply to comply with the confidentiality conditions set by our party. I don't know why, but I find that hard to believe. Many members of the party would like to see people like her deported, but I'm not one of them. Listen, I'm not interested in your political games. I don't need your hypothetical excuses either. Oh, hypocritical excuses, what? What I want from you is money. And to be sure that Hera will be left out of this, that's all. That's really forward.
Yeah, that's out of nowhere.
Imagine having a client. All I want for you is money.
Well, the money's fine. It's the second half about that.
Yeah.
Oddly specific.
Yeah. My apologies for this, but the case we want to offer you is extremely delicate. Enough to cut Hera out of this conversation? Well, when it comes to murder and politics, it's better to be safe and sorry. Are you talking about the murder in the newspaper? That's right. 4 days ago, my boss, Richard Baker, was involved in a murder case which method was rather peculiar. The point is that the elections are coming up, and as you might know, Mr. Baker is favored to win. This kind of business might destroy his and the whole party's image. Now I see why the papers are so vague on the matter. Black bands have a lot of enemies within the city, so we want to turn the situation. How do you have enemies? You deported the quarter of the city. I thought you deported all of them. We want to turn this situation to our advantage. If you manage to clear Mr. Baker's name, you'll be able to use the whole case to influence public opinion and make people understand what a thorn in the flesh he can be for his opponents. I understand, but tell me, how would the police know that Baker committed this peculiar murder? And eyewitness. Also, an eyewitness. Also, the victim was Mr. Baker's lover, who has been blackmailing him for years. And if you add all the political opponents wanting him behind bars, you'd have the complete picture.
It should already be in the news. They control the media.
This is just... I understand why they didn't put that part in the paper about him being his lover who's been trying to blackmail him. No wonder he's
They already control the media.
Yeah. The victim. Why are you so vague about everything? Who was the victim? How did she die? I can't give you all those details yet. Even though you're the one I want you to investigate this case, I can't tell you anything. But I can tell you that the case is more complicated than you might think. Well, then tell me. There's a link between the victim, Mr. Baker, and an eyewitness. And then I mentioned Alicia, the victim, was Mr. Yeah, you mentioned that. And she has been blackmailed. Yeah, we know. Whereas Abigail Sherman, the eyewitness, is his current wife's sister, Anna Sherman.
Alright.
Okay, here we go.
We're getting to the point where they're throwing so many names out, I'm gonna have to...
Okay.
I'm gonna have to actually put together a board and string.
So the victim...
Start drawing lines.
As I understand it, the victim, who is dead right now, is the lover of Baker, who is the politician. And Baker's wife's sister, Anna Sherman, is the eyewitness. Wait, no. No, Anna Sherman is the wife. Abigail Sherman is the eyewitness, who is the sister of Anna Sherman, Baker's wife. So Baker's wife's sister saw the murder. And, yeah. I don't know if we're trying to... The police believe the witness followed Baker and his lover, so the sister followed Baker and his lover because she knew they had an affair, thus witnessing the murder in person. So did Baker do it? Needless to say, you're hiding something from me, aren't you? Again, I can't say much until I've given you all the information as agreed with the party. The jab. Let me get this straight. You want my agency to clear an extremist politician's name so that he can win the upcoming elections. By proving that he has been framed by those who want to ruin the future of your beloved city. Do you think I'm your puppet or what?
Money.
Exactly, money. I'll be honest with you, Mr. Foley. You are one of the most hated men around here, and no one will ever knock at the door of someone who has caused the death of two innocent. Good point. So why did you? Well, because they're assholes. Because we know that your methods... We know what your methods are. We don't care if you find the real killer or not, to be honest, because it's Mr. Baker. And we just want to focus on getting our leader clear. Whoever will be arrested in his place, it's not our business. Go along with our request, and you'll receive 50,000 credits and the chance to permanently... Why did you just say that up front? That's all he cared about. Furthermore, there's a reason I didn't want to disclose any details about the murder. Get to the point. Go investigate the crime scene. I'm sure you will accept the case without a second thought. I won't be able to even get close to the crime scene. Not after all the problems I've had with the police and the media lately. We'll handle this, don't worry.
I mean, how did he send two people to their deaths when he's not even really... I don't know. I feel like there's missing a lot of steps between A and Z there.
Yeah, is he just a private investigator or something now? Like,
yeah, he was a private investigator. And he somehow sent them to their death? Is there like a whole judicial process being missing somewhere?
Maybe he was a cop before this whole thing right here. And he sent two people to their deaths. They found out he had falsified evidence. He got kicked off the police force. And now he has a private investigation thing. But it sounds like they've been running this private investigation thing for like 10 years, they said.
Yeah. Then how they can somehow mysteriously clear up his name?
Yeah, I don't really understand it myself. If you really want to redeem yourself in the eyes of society, this is your only chance.